This video is sponsored by the Northeast Regional Carwash Convention. Visit nrccshow.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Unscripted, Carwash.com's video interview series, connecting you with market leaders. Joining me today, we have Dave Ellard and John Shalbey, co-chairman of NRCC 2022. Dave and John, great to see you today.
Good to see you too. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. One of the events I look forward to most during the year is NRCC. So I wanted to get you both on the program to catch up on the planning for the 2022 event. And wanted to know, are there any changes in registration or show hours, the welcome reception, et cetera, that exhibitors and attendees need to be mindful of when it comes to this year's event?
Shoot, John.
Sure. So we on Wednesday, the last day of the show, we did end the convention hours a half hour early. So instead of ending at 2 o'clock, we're going to be ending at 1:30. And with regards to the welcome reception, we found that we had a really successful welcome reception last year, having it at the convention center versus at the hotel. It was highly attended and we had great feedback. So we're going to continue having it right after the show versus at the hotel after we all get back.
Yeah, we'd like to keep that the same. It really worked well. You know, a lot of the vendors and operators like to have a big dinner that first night. So the way we designed this is it's immediately after the show at the convention center with some light food and a free drink from our sponsor, which is ICS for the last 15 years for this event. And we think it works well to do it right after the show, still allowing time for everybody to get out for the big dinners in Atlantic City after that. So we think we'll keep that format.
Yeah, super convenient. I remember that worked well last year. So, you know, speaking of last year, the event saw record-breaking attendance, you know, coming out of the COVID lockdowns and all those restrictions. But reflecting back, John and Dave, why do you feel like last year's event was so successful?
I'll take that one, John. You know, I think it was the post-COVID return to normal a little bit helped, right? We hadn't been out for a while. Everybody needed to see each other and socialize. So I think that helped us, and it may even help us again this year. I also think that just what's going on in our industry, the industry growth is tremendous, the consolidation, the new players, everybody updating, the acquisitive nature of what's going on in our business. And I think it just drove to, we need to get out and buy and get some equipment and get some orders going. And I think that's somewhat justified by the activity that the vendor side is having. You know, the amount of sales they're having, the lead times, everybody is so busy that they needed to get to the show. And I think this year has some of the same dynamics. So it should be busy again.
Yeah, just speaking with organizers, I know there was a renewed focus on the education program. So that was exceptional last year. John, I know you moderated a panel of the titans of the industry. That was very thought-provoking. So for sure, it was a successful event. Now, do early registration and projections offer similar excitement and numbers to the 2021 event?
Yes. You look to be pacing about the same. Do you agree, John?
I agree. About the same. I know we're a little stronger on boot space. We have a lot more vendor booths that are being taken on the same pace as last year, which is nice. And I do agree with Dave that we're going to see a very strong show. I can't picture us going any. I can't picture us regressing. It's going to be a strong show, a lot of vendors, and like Dave said, I do agree that the consolidation in the industry has driven more people to the show. I mean, you just saw last year huge groups of a wave of one color shirt from one company where that may not have happened before.
Yeah, and I'd imagine there's a bunch of new investors that make up some of that registration going to NRCC. So, you know, we just mentioned the exceptional schedule of events that the 2021 show had. Can you give us a sneak peek on what's planned for the schedule of events and an overview of maybe some of the educational opportunities planned for this year?
Sure can. We have a similar format because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you.
But it seems to work. And we're kicking off Monday with the first event with another virtual tour led by Tommy Hoffman, who's well known in the industry. And what's great about that event, it's standing room only generally, so we know it's popular. And what we do there is a video feed, a live video feed of 3 or 4 or 5 other washes around the country, people doing unique things. So it's better than a bus tour, because generally you do a bus tour, you only get to see what's in your local region. Here
Right.
we can go cross country and show you 4 or 5 different kinds of things happening. So we always look forward to that, and that'll be on Monday. The other thing that we've done for years and years is this early bird seminar or breakfast. And I don't see this done in other trade shows I go to. It's kind of unscripted, it doesn't have a topic and a speaker and a speech. It's just a panel of experts, of people that run businesses that we all know. And we take questions from the audience. And for a 7:30 in the morning kind of program, that one is usually well attended too. So we're going to keep that one going. We have Patrick Massesso from New England. He's the president of NECA, and he's going to moderate that panel. If I switch my page, the next session is going to be on how to create a mentoring program. And I think this is an important topic, as many of us buy additional washes because we need to grow to compete, or as consolidation happens and businesses become bigger. Mentoring some leadership in your business is real important. I mean, it's always been important, even if you only have 1 wash. But when you start having 2 and 3 and many more, you better be developing some leadership, a pyramid of leadership in your business. And this seminar is designed to do that. And I'll hand the rest over to John.
Sure. So on Tuesday, we continue with how to foster a talentful car wash. And that's with Jason Woodward from Sunsea Salmon Car Wash in Alaska. I think we have all had before, how to acquire good talent, how to keep that. And it's one of the biggest challenges in our industry, especially right now, with unemployment being so low, and the way we manage our employees has drastically changed since COVID and over the last few years with the younger generation coming in. So Jason's done a great job of how he's shown by example in his car washes, how to lead, how to manage, and how to find talent and keep them there and keep them motivated. So I'm excited to have him talk and listen to what he has to say about how he does that. And then we have our keynote, Travis Mills, an incredible story. United States Army veteran, staff sergeant. He did 3 tours in Afghanistan. On his 3rd tour in 2012, unfortunately was hit by an IED and improvised explosive device. And, he was only one of 5 quadruple amputees out of that war. And he has an amazing story. Most people at that point would quit on life or give up. And he has done the opposite and speaks about never giving up, and you can relate that to how in our industry, how it is different, but you can't give up on things in the industry. You have to keep pushing every day and all day to perfect our business. And he's got a really powerful story, and I'm super excited to hear about him. And not only did he take his story for speaking, he also started a foundation to help other amputees from the post 9/11 wars we've had, which is amazing. And I'm can't be more excited for him.
John, hey, John, if I could add,
Sure.
The NRCC likes to invest in a good key speaker. We think that's important. We think it's a good draw. We think people find it interesting, usually leave with some inspiration. So we definitely want to thank Micrologic and Innovated IT, who have been contributing significantly as the sponsors to getting key keynote speakers. So we're pretty proud, and we think it's going to be one of the top events at the NRCC. You agree, John?
I totally agree. And thank you for bringing that up. You're right. I have to give a lot of thanks to Micrologic and Innovated on allowing us to get such high quality speakers that are going to really blow the doors off the show. And then lastly, we have on Wednesday morning, we have the breakfast and marketing experts. And like we all talked about every time is, 10 years ago, it wasn't really a topic, it was debated, but now we all know that clubs are the way to go. And we have a panel of experts talking about how to build your brand, how to increase your clubs. Nick Lopez, I know him as well. Big personality, fun to be around. He's done a great job down there in Texas. And we also have Wade Keith, Casey Outerly, and and Beth Martin. And we're going to be excited about learning how to grow our plans, market our industry, and market our car wash successfully.
Certainly a lot of thought leaders, both inside and outside the industry, that you just listed there. Definitely looking forward to attending those sessions. It sounds like a great keynote speaker as well. So, and you're right, we can't. The organizers can plan these events, but without the sponsors, they're the ones that really put the force behind it and drive it forward. So, so of course we thank them for everything they do for all the shows, including NRCC. So for the people who would like to register, what online options do they have now? And then how can they register on site?
Shoot, John.
All right, so again, I'm going to give the marketing piece here. Please register by August 28th, because that way, a couple things. It helps people that are registering. They will save money as prices do increase on the 29th. It also helps us plan. When early registration, we can plan for buses and everything else. And register early, save. Our hotel block always sells out and the rates do go up. So we strongly encourage everyone to book their hotel early, and you can go to nrccshow.com to register. Again, nrccshow.com to register. And we'd love to see you all there. We're really excited about it. And you get to see Dave and I.
That's right.
That's worth the price of the trip right there, right, guys?
Yes, you know, I'm involved in many trade shows, and people in every industry tend to do last minute decisions and wait for the weather and travel plans. But it's cheaper to do now, get it done by the end of August. It's easy to do, and you want to have a good hotel room, and that's going to sell out quick. So I'd say get on it in the next few weeks if you could. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Again, you could go to nrccshow.com for more information. I'm looking forward to this year's show, gentlemen. Dave and John, great to see you, and thanks for doing this video interview with carwash.com today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. Have a good day now.